All right, now let's take you back to our lead story now, where another mass shooting has taken place in Limpopo. This time, a patron has been killed and 5 others wounded at a tavern in Pharare village outside Tzaneen. Our reporter, Katleho Nyoni, is standing by to give us that update. Katleho, thank you so much for your time. So this is a second mass shooting. Talk to us, Katleho, about this latest shooting in Limpopo.
Good afternoon, as well as to our viewers. Yes, indeed, one more person has been shot and killed in yet another tavern shooting incident. This time, as we pointed out in the intro, at Pharare village in the market area in Tzaneen. Now, this morning, we were on site in that village gathering facts as to what could have transpired. What the community members there are telling us is that shortly after midnight, they noticed a taxi that just parked a few meters away from SABC Tavern in the Pharare village. Now, these perpetrators allegedly entered the grounds of the SABC Tavern and shot and wounded 5 patrons, one who is currently critical in hospital. However, one of the revelers at that tavern died on the scene. Police in the province have launched an investigation and have established also a task team. This, you would know, brings the total number of people that have died recently in the province from tavern shootings to 3. Yesterday, we were reporting at Muchipisi village near Mala-mulele, where we understand 2 tavern patrons were shot and killed, and 6 others were shot and injured by unknown assailants. Now, to police, this is a serious matter if they have established a task team as to what could have transpired. At this particular stage, we will continue to monitor this developing story. However, the police have mentioned that it is concerning that these revelers are now becoming targets of criminals. It is not yet known what the motive behind this particular killings is. Investigations at this stage are still continuing. We will also be monitoring these developments. What we know at this particular stage is that 3 people in the Limpopo province have died so far from tavern shootings in 2 separate locations. Pharare village, which is where we were this morning, where we understand that this incident occurred shortly after midnight. Upon arrival, we did notice that there are still some fresh markings on the ground of what appears to be blood drying off on the ground.
All right, Katleho, just for the benefit of our viewers, just give us an understanding where exactly these 2 areas are apart from each other. So the first, obviously, the first incident happened, as you said, in Muchipisi village, near Mala-mulele, and the other one is in Pharare village outside Tzaneen. Just how far in terms of distance are these 2 taverns from one another?
Well, the 2 areas are essentially in the same district. There are 2 districts here, the Mopani and the Vembe district. The areas themselves, in terms of the geographic sphere, they're quite far from one another. They're not necessarily around the same town. However, what we have picked up while we were in the ground investigating this story is that there appears to be some element of conflicting groups or turf wars of illegal miners, because we understand that there are some abundant gold mines, some abundant mines in the 2 areas. What the community members at Pharare village said to me this morning was that they suspect that it could be some illegal miners, or zamazamas as we have come to know them. The same information we received also at Muchipisi village, where community members spoke to us that, they feel that there is a bit of an element of zamazamas having, fighting over sort of this abundant gold mines. That is still an investigation, a subject of investigation by the police. At this particular moment, the motive behind this killing is not yet clear. The police are investigating. However, on the ground, the information we're getting from community members is that there appears to be some involvement of the Zamazama movement.
And we know, of course, there has been incidences that are similar in Gauteng. Just what are the residents telling you in terms of their safety around those particular areas? Have incidences of turf wars, as an example, happened in the past? And what are police doing about it?
Well, what we gather from residents is that this is a new emerging trend, and that, for example, at Mala-mulele, where we were yesterday reporting from that area, they've indicated that ever since the emergence of these illegal mining activities, majority of them are now living in fear for their lives because they don't know who some of these illegal miners are or where they could have come from. Of course, I'd like to point out again that that is not yet information that has been confirmed by the police. What we understand also at Pharare village is the same information, essentially, that members of the community told us. At this particular moment, they are saying that since the emergence of this activity, they are living in fear for their lives.
Katlego, thank you so much for that update. Let's leave it there for now. Katlego Nyoni reporting live there from Limpopo, of course, that area where he is at, another scene of a mass shooting.